Cards another disappointing result, but you probably deserve more out of the game than what you got.
Yeah, I thought there was some reasonable performances by certain individuals. I think it was one of those games where, when you make a lot of changes like we did, it can be a little bit disjointed at times, and I felt it was. But there were still players there who were familiar enough with each other to understand what it was about. But there was a fair number of changes, completely different midfield. Obviously, 2 new wide players coming in, and Murph at left back, which isn't his favourite position. But yeah, I thought the game was pretty even. Right the way through, to be honest. I know just before they scored the first, they hit the post, but we had a couple of half decent chances. I thought Elliott was very good, very effective. He was a threat. I felt we didn't get him the ball enough though. We turned him down, and again that can come with being familiar with one another and players understanding the strengths of each other. And obviously now the lads have seen how effective he can be. Giving him the ball in the right time and in the right areas, he can be a real threat.
You've obviously gone a few games without scoring, but it looked like you should have had a stonewall penalty and probably rubbed salt wounds even more that they scored probably 2 minutes after that. How did you see that incident?
It's a pen, isn't it? The referee comes out with all the jargon instead of just saying, I didn't really want to send the lad off, but he said it's got to be sustained and it's got to be impactful on the pull. He said yes, he has pulled him, but it hasn't impacted anything because he's still got the shot off. And I'm sort of scratching my head as to the reason, but obviously if he'd have given it, he would have had to send the lad off, and he probably didn't want to do that. But if you see it and it's a foul, which it was, just give it. And like you say, they score 2 minutes later. So yeah, those things happen, and they go against you when you're having a bad spell. But we've got to be more forceful with our play. I felt at times, and it's happened a few times where we've been, we're taking quick free kicks and we're ending up going from a sort of a mid-third position to a defensive position with the ball, and I've just said to the lads in there, unless we gain an advantage from taking a free kick quickly, then don't take it, because we end up putting ourselves under pressure. There's a little bit of naivety, there's a number of young lads in there, and I think some of our play can be naive at times, and it causes our problems. A few times in the first half, all they did was stick it down the side of us and ask questions, similar to Alfred Saturday. They just ask questions, and I don't feel we're asking enough. Even by putting it into areas, at times we're overplaying across the back line, and we're ending up spread out, going back to Dan, and then going long, and then all of a sudden we can't get around the ball to contest the drop down, and can't get close to Josh or Joe. But a lot of things we obviously need to work on, which we are doing, and a lot of things that the lads know about, and some of the stuff we're going to have to show on the video, because it's becoming a bit of a recurring theme where we're doing the same things and it's causing us problems and we're not realising it, so we're going to have to show some stuff.
It was the first time we'd really seen Dan Amaral properly, and thought he had a good game. Has he played his way into contention for maybe Saturday?
Yeah, well, I thought Dan had done well. I thought he was always around the play in the middle of the pitch. He broke it up a number of times where he was just persistent with it and getting back in and making a block or making a tackle and coming out the other side with the ball. So yeah, he's not done himself any harm whatsoever.
You mentioned Elliott Morris already. You brought him into the club. Just tell us more about him and why you've decided to bring him in. Well,
I just felt we lacked that player to stretch the game. I don't think we've got one, and it's something that you need. Everyone we play against has got them. When I was managing here last time, we had them, and obviously what you've seen tonight is a few glimpses of what he can offer. He can get down the side, whether it be running onto a through ball or whether it be through his own ability. You know, he's not just an up and downer. He's clever with his movements. If the line's cut off by the wide player and the fullback's on the ball, he'll roll inside as well. So he gives you that understanding and that option. And he reminds me a little bit of Jack McCreth, the way Jack used to play. But I think with Elliott, I think he can get goals. I think he can definitely get goals and make goals for us, and yeah, be looking forward to when he's fully available.
Where do you see him playing? Obviously, you've got Connor Woods playing out on the right. Is Elliott going to play on the left? You kind of go through the middle. What you think?
Yeah, well, we you know, the good thing about them both is that they can both play in different positions. You know, they don't have to be rigid. They don't have to say, well, you're on the right, you're on the left. You know, they can mix it up. Connor can play in behind. Connor can play through as a forward. So it's good to have those options in the attacking areas, because it's an area I feel we have been light. You know, but we still need, we're still needing, and we're still looking, because you know, it's about scoring goals, isn't it? And it's something clearly we're not doing. So we've worked on certain things to try and help that. It hasn't quite come off yet. So but I do think we need you know, at least one more in that attacking area to give us more options.
Do you think something else Elliot Morris could bring is that kind of hunger to prove himself at this level? Because he's proved himself a couple of levels below, scored a lot of goals at step 4. So do you think that can be just as powerful, someone coming up from below eager to prove themselves, as someone who's maybe proven at this level and done a few years at this level?
Yeah, there's no you know, there's no substitute for hunger in a player. You know, that appetite and desire to do well. You know, you can't buy. You know, if you could bottle it up and give it to a few other players, then you know, it'd go for a lot of money. But like you say, he's proven a few leagues below, and when I was speaking to him, I said, you know, you'll always be able to play at this level. Give yourself a chance. A player that he knows has just got to move out on the back of, you know, one season in this division, has just got to move into the league. And I said, you know, is he better than you? And he said no. I said, so there you go, let's see where it can take you. He's an intelligent lad. You know, when he's certainly one who's gonna be a good player for us.
Yeah. So it's a weird situation. Obviously, you've had Southport tonight. You've now got them again in the trophy on Saturday. Do you feel like you've had a reasonable look at them tonight, or do you feel like there'll be a different proposition on Saturday?
I don't know, to be honest, because it's the first time I've seen them. That's very close to what they've been playing in terms of their 11. You know, and there's a lot of experience in that 11 as well. You know, the two forwards have got plenty of games and plenty of goals in them. The back line, probably apart from Moore, which this is his first season, but certainly in Quansard and Festus, you know, they've got a lot of football on this level. And then the midfield has got good experience, and then, you know, who they bring on off the bench, like Minion and players like that, you know, are good players who've played higher. So there's a lot of experience in the squad at Southport, which Jim's put together. So, but like you say, what we've seen in the starting 11 isn't too far away from, I think Matty Thompson played, but usually it's been Minion right wing back. So, you know, I don't think there'll be too many changes from that.
Yeah, absolutely. You still got a couple of players injured. Andy White's hobbling around on crutch sat there. Is he looking like a long-term absentee? Yeah,
Whitey's going to be a while. He showed me he sent me a picture yesterday of his knee and of his ankle, and it looked like a knee. So he's going to be a while, which isn't good, because, you know, you lose that balance. Jay's obviously still not right. So yeah, two big players for us, but other lads have got to step up and come in and take the shirt and keep the shirt. You know, it's as simple as that.